Good morning, it's Monday book talk time. I'm just slipping in here real quick to make some videos, and then I'm going to actually take this day off and go do some errands and stuff. Wow. I read 2 books this week. First one, I read them both on my Kindle, so here's some pictures. First one's called Starglass, and this is one of those stories where there's some sort of disaster going on. The Earth has been environmentally devastated, so several different groups have organized voyages to other planets. Okay, so there's a bunch of different ships that have gone off, and this particular ship, I can't remember exactly how long they've been on this journey, but it was started by a Jewish cultural organization. So it's not like an Orthodox Jewish group, it's just a group that has decided that they want everybody on this voyage to be of Jewish cultural heritage, to preserve this culture, okay, for the future. So they're all on this ship, and they've been heading to this planet for probably a couple hundred years at this point. And the main character, her mother was killed or died before the story opens, and she's been living with her dad and her brother. And there's a lot of very interesting things in this book, culture-wise, the way that they've got their society set up, and the power structure, and how people get chosen for mates and jobs and things like that. It was definitely a fast-paced story. Sometimes when you think about a book about people stuck on a ship in space, you think, oh, that's got to be boring. There's just a lot of sitting around. Well, there's not. There's all kinds of stuff going on in this book. A little bit of conspiracy, a little bit of love, a little bit of betrayal. But I would definitely recommend it. I've ordered it, Starglass, and the sequel, Starbreak, for the library, so we will have them both here soon if you would like to check them out. The other book that I read, Like a River Glorious, this is book 2 of the Walk the Earth a Stranger trilogy by Carson. I really enjoyed the first book, Walk the Earth a Stranger, and I also really enjoyed the second book. As I've talked about before, sometimes second books in a trilogy suffer from what I call second book syndrome, where they really feel more like a placeholder than anything. But this book definitely drew me right in, carried me right along, and through the story. The premise of the whole story is that the main character has the ability to sense gold, okay, which is obviously very profitable and very sought-after ability during this gold rush time, okay? So the main character, she and her best friend and some other people, they have gone to California, and her uncle has killed her parents in the first book. You know that right away, so I'm not spoiling anything. But he has pursued her all the way to California so that he can take her and exploit her for this ability to seek gold. I'm not going to tell you too much about it, other than it is great. There's a lot of description of this Old West setting, being on an adventure, friendship, love, a little bit of magic, but not too terribly much. It still feels pretty realistic, but I would definitely recommend it for anybody that likes both fantasy and adventure stories. So hopefully you guys have a great week, and we'll see you on Thursday with a tip.